We've traded in the cold for lousy driving conditions.
Right.
That is very
This is going to be tricky.
It is going to be a very tricky morning commute this morning, and it's one of the reasons why if you have an ice scraper, I would certainly grab it, because if you left your vehicle outside and it's not in the garage or underneath the carport, you are going to need this to scrape off a light layer of ice off your windshield. Here's what it looks like right now. Again, I want you to exercise extreme caution as you're hitting the roadways this morning, especially on those bridges and overpasses. Temperatures right now sitting right around that 30-degree mark, so we're hovering within just a few degrees of freezing. We are a little bit warmer than where we have been, but again, ice is going to make for a really tricky morning commute, especially on those bridges, those overpasses, the on-ramps and the off-ramps as well. So as you're driving this morning, please make sure that you reduce your speeds, and of course, go easy on the brakes. That can of course lead to a lot of slipping and sliding. Winterize your vehicle as well. If you have all-wheel drive, this is going to be the time and place to use it. If you have traction control, a really good idea this morning with those light layers of ice that we're seeing. And just keep in mind that if you do start slipping and sliding on the roads, that you always want to make sure that you are turning in the direction of the slide and that you're remaining calm. So for this morning, just make sure that you pack your patience. We're expecting for that sleet and that rain to transition to an accumulating snowfall. How much do we see? Well, as of this point, we're aiming for between perhaps 1 inch to 3 inches of snow. But again, through the morning, after that wintry mix begins to transition to all that snow, notice that temperatures, though, start to hover just above freezing for the first time in quite some time. Current temperatures right now, upper 20s, lower 30s. Here's what things look like. There's a lot of different colors on your screen. We'll try to analyze all of them for you. In parts of, say, the southern end there at Ashtabula County into Trumbull County, it's some freezing rain. It is sleet and snow, not only in Cleveland, but down towards Strongsville, Solon, and our friends in Hudson. And then right along 77 from, say, Akron down towards Kenton, we are tracking some freezing rain there. Again, that will begin to slick up the roads. And notice the sleet transitioning to the snow showers already right along the turnpike. So our friends in Sandusky already seeing that. And notice that this is a part of a much larger stretch system that stretches all the way down toward the Gulf Coast. Compliments of this area of low pressure and this cold front that's marching on through. I think that that cold front eventually moves through by about lunchtime, if not just after. But timing everything out for you, by 7 to 8 o'clock this morning, I think that most of us begin to see that transition to all snow, and it'll snow fairly heavy for a little bit there. It'll be a wet snow. And then by about lunchtime to 2 p.m., most of that begins to clear. We hang on to the clouds and temperatures in the 30s. Tonight we'll drop into the 20s, so a cool night ahead of us. Certainly not freezing cold as we've seen over the past couple of days. Next question is, how much snowfall do we see? Again, not a ton. I think anywhere between 1 to 3 inches is going to be a pretty safe estimate as of this point. You'll notice that parts of downtown maybe upwards of 1.5 inches to 2 inches, but it is going to be that thin layer of ice underneath that snow that may cause for some tricky travels this morning. So watch what happens. We are hovering right around freezing, if not just above today. Tomorrow looks fairly decent for all of you that got to get out and about. Wednesday, Thursday, we jump into the 40s and 50s. And then, John Alina, there is a chance that on Friday, we'll see another wintry mix before a transition to all snow on Saturday. So up, down, and all around here, guys, in the temperature department.
Yes. Okay. Thanks so much, Michael.